Hello guys, this is the Volandan Civil War. This is the imperialist known as the owner and allied with the democracies, and this is the communisms who were actually trying to take out to their place. Now let's react and let's see if they fight or they die. Now go. Now start with this. We should attack it. So the owner Volandi's empire, it has an emperor named Akawi Sasawi who is trying to take over the communisms. Who trying to do this was the war between us. If they were aligned, then they could be screwed. Since the communist Volandese were trying to take out their place, they wanted to produce more soldiers and wanted this territory. No, and they wanted to take this territory to the Bolsheviks. Now they are going to attack, and they are ready. Now they attack. Now let's go and see what would happen. If they won, then communists can take over this, but they fell. So wait a minute. They will have to rebuild because of its people, a million population. In the communist dominoes, they were actually illegal to the Voland Empire, which is actually banned. That is why you cannot show communism in there. But if you want to see in there, but only in this scenario. If they're trying to take over their place, yes, they were. This was the real scenario between the Bolsheviks, and this is a fictional Russian civil war. And King Evan, the the emperor or the conqueror, needs to be done with the empire, because look how damage he caused, bro. So they were trying to take over their place, but if they succeed, and that's how it happens. First of all, they take over the islands of Volandis. And first up, they were trying to connect each other, but failed to conquer marine land. First of all, they were trying to connect with Europe, and they created the nation of Ukraine after in 1943, which is actually 1034 years. Now they're going to attack somebody they didn't know. Now they want to show something. Good idea. You'll be dead with the Civil War. But they were aligned with the democracies, with King Evan and the Bolsheviks taking over him. Bolsheviks. Communisms were trying to take over their place, and look how they actually done. You see, when the Volandans, and this one is the part of Mongolia, which is the nation of the Volandese Empire, were part of the, which is this is Mongolia Peninsula, known as the coastline peninsula, okay? And they were trying to take over their place. But Mongolia Peninsula was part of the Volandese Empire. Okay? They were part of it. Part of something they didn't know. But actually when they are actually revolting, they 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 do this known as the sweeping side revolt. It, it's they revolt and doing the communist thing. But if they ever done that, then they're screwed. The communisms were trying to take over their place, but failed to conquer this. Now, what happened? Why did they start a civil war? Let me explain. You see, when Andrew, the conqueror of the Volandese Empire, trying to take over the place, and they were slaughtering people's lives, but it was actually kicked out. But the people who were evil started to try a civil war, which they did, known as the communists. When they are actually dead, thousands of people died, and millions of them trying to escape to the civil war, to the evil people where they from, to absolute chaos. The communists will actually be so, it's so chaotic, but they were failing to colonize. They were failing. Something might happen soon. They were they annexed it. Now, who will gonna take over this? The Mongolian Peninsula was trying to be this. This is the communist Volandese, but they were not communisms. And this is what they created terror. This is the Mongolian Peninsula over there, and it was part of the Volandese Empire. Now, what exactly happened to the Civil War? After that, after the Civil War, they're trying to conquer it, but failed. But they signed a peace, but but they were not trying to do it. So they continued the war with it. Millions of people died. Now it's all over. The Civil War ended, and the imperialists finally won the war. Thank you, guys.